What's up, everybody? I'm back with another episode of Sawyer Saloon. I got my boy Bryce Boudreaux here. Bryce, how's it going, man?
I'm feeling really good.
Good.
I'm feeling really good. I'm happy to be here. It's been a long time coming, and we're having a great time. We're having some laughs.
We are, man. We are. That's perfect. Right now we're in a different place. I feel like Schoolboy Q because we're in the studio.
Yeah.
But we are presented by Exit Realty today. Exit Realty, this is their studio. Thank you very much, Mr. Joshua Floyd. Give it up for him. Thank you.
Got a good crowd here.
Thank you. Good crowd, ladies. All right. I actually had a crowd this past Friday. Thankfully, had a show. And as I was doing the show, the lady got me to take a picture with her beforehand, her and her boyfriend. And the boyfriend came up to me and was like, hey, he was from Puerto Rico. And he was like, hey, I want you to help me like post this picture. I don't have Instagram. I don't know how to do it. And so I got up on stage and I've started doing this thing where I had this joke where I talk about, I'd say that someone is a MILF. And then I look down and I go, yeah, just like you, ma'am. You're right over there. Good looking lady. And she left about 30 minutes later and then took the photo down. So I don't know if she didn't like it or, who knows. But I know I had a good time and I made her blush. So
were you trying to make a compliment? Like hopefully she'll come talk to me at the end of the show.
No,
her husband,
no, they were cool. I just like doing a little crowd interaction, something to kind of get.
He's
him
Puerto
going,
Rican.
So.
He's got a fucking huge dick.
It's massive.
I mean, at least that's what I've been told about Puerto Ricans.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen it, thankfully, but that's what I've heard. I've heard that too. Puerto Ricans just have massive schlongs,
Yeah,
I can't compete with it. He did come up to me after my set and was like, "Hey, man, really good stuff." So they were cool. They were cool people.
Hey, man,
enjoyed having them.
Let me show you.
Not your cock.
He's like, let me bless you.
No, thank you. Appreciate you, man. Dude, so what's been going on, man? You've been traveling a lot recently?
Traveling.
Well, first off, tell everybody what you do. I know what you do, but tell them what you do.
So I'm a professional mixed martial arts announcer. I kind of fell into the world of mixed martial arts, kind of like it was like a kind of an accident. Everything kind of happens for an accident, but it happens for a reason. And I started out in wrestling, and I've just progressed, and through networking and whatever, and meeting people and being respectful to people, I have gotten to the world of mixed martial arts, and I've gotten to announce some of the best fighters in the world. Matter of fact, one of the fighters that I've announced, Carly Giudice, who's from New Iberia, actually fights tonight on Dana White's Contender Series for the UFC. Shit. She played softball at McNeese, and so we're going to be watching her tonight. But yeah, man, I'm a mixed martial arts announcer. That's the person that's in the cage actually announcing, because some people think that that's the commentator on the outside. So you call the fights? No. Oh, so you're like Joe Rogan. You interview him? No. To put it to perspective, I'm kind of like Bruce Buffer. Like that's like what his job is kind of what I do. Not saying that I am Bruce, but Bruce owes me money.
Really? Why does Bruce owe you money?
All right, I don't want to say it like that because then I'm going to get a cease and desist for something, and then the Buffer's going to be watching me. One day, I'm going to have a drink with Bruce, and we're going to have a laugh about this. But I've never told this story publicly, and I think it's fucking time.
Ooh, let's hear it.
And I didn't even plan to tell this fucking story today. I didn't even plan to tell this story today at all. So here we go. So in January, I had the opportunity of announcing a celebrity boxing match in Gonzales, and it's on the other side of the state by Baton Rouge. So it was a big deal. This is we don't know these people, but in Baton Rouge, these guys are a big deal. Casey McKenzie and Ryan Maranto. Ryan's like a financial guru in Baton Rouge. Casey McKenzie is like he's the general manager of the Wood Bat League baseball team, the Baton Rouge Rougarou. They're like they're a collegiate summer ball league. So after you get out of school in the summer, you go play college wood bat ball, then you come back to school and whatever in the fall. So he's a general manager of this team. So these guys are going to have a boxing match. These guys are like, they're not boxers. They're not athletes. They're going to have a celebrity boxing match, and they know everybody important in Baton Rouge. And everybody was going to be there. We're talking about Gordon McKernan.
Oh, shit.
Todd Graves, the CEO and lead fry cook of Raising Cane's, half of the LSU football team, half of the UL football team. I think like Paul Skeens was going to be there.
Nice.
Everybody. And then all these former LSU coaches. Kim Mulkey was going to be there. Like everybody famous in Baton Rouge was
Livy
there.
Dune?
Huh?
Livy Dune?
I don't even know who that is.
Come
Libby.
on.
Dude, I thought you were, I thought you said Divvy Doo. I'm like, yeah.
Scooby-Doo?
They probably couldn't even afford to get her there. Brandon Landry, the CEO of Walk-Ons and Small Sliders, he was there too. But it was everybody famous. And so I was invited because they had wrestling to open up the show. And it's like a sold-out crowd at the Lamar Dixon Expo.
Damn.
And Deep South Productions, shout out to Marvin Simon. He was doing the production. And so the lights and everything and the sound looks great. So I'm like, did I get to perform here? Pretty cool. And I'm announcing the wrestling, Pro Wrestling 225, who I originally started out with. So they're like the entertainment until the celebrity boxing. So I'm under the impression I'm announcing the celebrity boxing match, this anticipated bout that's going to happen in front of all these famous people. And I'm like, I get to announce in front of Gordon. I get to announce in front of Todd Graves. This is going to be badass. Then I'm told the night before, they paid Bruce Buffer like thousands of dollars on Cameo to announce the main event on Cameo.
Oh, shit.
And I was heartbroken. I'm like, what the what? Why? I'm like, you got me. You got me. I'm here. Why outsource this? I'm already here. And I'm like, you know what? I'm like, why stress about this? It'll probably fall flat anyways. And I remember that day we did a production meeting, and one of the fellas from the production crew was like, guys, I don't know if y'all heard the news, but we got Bruce Buffer to do the main event introductions, which was, he should have just slapped me in the face because that was just complete disrespect. Like, that's just shitty, you know? And the way he was saying it, whatever. And so they were like, okay, cool. Well, so anyway, so it happened, and it fell flat. Like the video was like Bruce, and he's like, hey, let me tell you, it's time. And I got to be careful how I say that. I'm going to get a cease and desist from Bruce. With all due respect to the Buffers, I love them, but they're very protective about the Buffer Empire. Yeah, and I love that about them.
Trademarked and stuff.
What's that?
They got to like trademark.
Yeah, it
and
is.
Stuff, both those lines. Rightfully so. That's very smart of them.
Rightfully so. Yes. I think it's cool. I guess whenever you've worked yourself up to being on that level, you can do that. And that's fucking amazing. Mm-hmm. You can make that kind of money. So anyways, but yeah, so Bruce took my booking. So I don't know if Bruce Buffer will ever see this, but Bruce, you owe me a drink one day, man. I want to grab a cocktail with Bruce Buffer, maybe hang out in his limo. And I'm not pissed off at him. It's not his fault. He just got paid to do something.
Yeah.
And I can't be mad at that. But yeah, he took my job. Dirt my dirt. I know some people that would be really fucking pissed. I know some people that would raise and go on Twitter and be like, let me tell you something. But me, I was like, at first I was kind of heartbroken. I'm like, man, this is bullshit. But then after the show, I got the chance to meet Gordy Rush, who used to play for LSU, who's the LSU sports and LSU football post-game show guy on the radio. Grew up going to LSU games, and on the way back with my dad and my uncle, I would hear Gordy Rush on the radio, and I got to meet Todd Graves, the freaking CEO of Cane's, and chatted up with him, and he's the best. So, yeah, but everything was really fun.
That's so exciting, man. What do you think the top chicken fingers place is? Some people say Popeyes. Some people say Raising Cane's.
It's Cane's all day. It's Cane's all day. You know why?
Man.
Consistency.
Yep.
Consistency. You know what you're going to get every time. Those chicken fingers, Todd Graves worked it to a science. I mean, those chicken fingers are going to be hot and fresh no matter what. They're never cold, ever. It's always perfect. Mm-hmm. One time I went to Raising Cane's and it ruined my experience. I got food poisoning. I got bad chicken and I felt like I was going to die. And I said, I'm never going to eat there again. A month later, I ate there.
Back at Cane's.
Back at...
I go to the gym for about 2 hours every day, 6 days a week, and I swear to God, I would look like Bruce Lee if Raising Cane's did not exist.
You got a good figure to you. You look good. I mean, you're already supporting the chicken. You got Los Pollos.
Los Pollos Hermanos.
Is that the place off of the Breaking Bad?
Correct, yes.
Yeah.
The Chicken Man.
Yeah.
Fring.
Didn't they actually have like a real location?
I think so now, yeah.
Yeah.
I got this in Mexico when I went on my cruise, and it's so funny because it's just like the regular Los Pollos Hermanos, everything, and at the bottom you can clearly see where they put Cozumel, Mexico at the bottom of the shirt to make it their own.
It says Cozumel, Mexico.
So it's so cheap.
Damn.
It just looked like an Etsy warehouse inside of this little place. It was one of those first places where you get off the cruise.
Senor, come buy this, senor.
Yeah, exactly.
Senor. Oh, bro, when I was a kid, we went to Progresso. It was like we did Cozumel, we did Progresso, and then we came back home to we went to Galveston, and we stopped off in Progresso, which is I would live there. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'd buy a 2-story house on the beach and put a wall around it just so nobody messes with me. But like, I remember the ship docked and they put you on a bus and they bring you to the middle of town to like the city market because they just want you to buy. They force you to buy everything.
Oh yeah.
And dude, you walk around and those people, I mean, they're trying to make a buck, but God bless them. And they're just like, Senor, I have something for you. Come see. Look at this. You like what? Look. I said this to you for $2. And they're trying to constantly sell you something. I still remember as a kid, I was looking at this box and it's like a puzzle and you got to like push the pin out and like push this thing in. I'm looking at it. My parents are looking at buying vanilla because you can buy that in Mexico and it's apparently legit, whatever. But I was looking at the box and we kept walking around and I remember feeling something on my elbow. And it was like somebody doing this on my elbow.
Like tickling your elbow.
And I turned around and it was this old Mexican with a toupee and he had cross eyes. And he was like, Senor, I see you looking at that box over there. Look, I have a bunch of boxes just like it over here. And I was like, well, get me out of here, dude. And then we got on a double-decker bus and this dude was blowing a whistle and they were doing shots. And I was a kid and I'm like, this is cool.
Yeah.
This is cool.
It's kind of lawless, man. I remember so we got off the boat. We were signing up for this excursion because we didn't pick one.
Excursions. That's all Carnival cruises are about. They got to get you to get on them damn excursions.
Mm-hmm. So we're getting ready for the excursion. Everyone's filling out the paperwork, and I'm like, hey, I look at my buddy. I said, hey, I'm gonna go check out this shop, and he goes, all right, bro, go in there. I want you to give me a cigarello. I want to roll a blunt. And I go, okay. And he goes, yeah, man, I swear, man, they've got, it's Mexico, bro. They're going to have them inside. And I looked at him and I looked at the shop and I was like, this is a Ron John surf shop. I know it's Mexico, but I doubt they're going to have cigarellos in there, man.
Did they?
They did not, no. No, they just had Ron John surf shit. I was like, I've never bought cigarellos before, but I mean, I know what they look like. You know, I've seen them, behind the counter and everything. And so I was like, dog, they're not gonna have this.
This is a Ron John surf shop. Like, you could only do that, like, if you were to do that joke on stage, you could only do that at like a beach town, like Myrtle Beach or Galveston or Biloxi, and be like, yo, you want to hear some shit?
I've tried it several times so far.
Really?
And it's gotten okay.
In a beach town?
No.
I need to do it in a beach town because people in Lake Charles wouldn't get it.
No.
Sorry, no, with all due respect to them. You say something about Sasol, though, they get it.
Ew. Who's that? Mike from Sasol?
Mike from Sasol. Hey, y'all, remember how Sasol, how Bobby Jindal built a plant, destroyed a community?
Yeah.
This is great for our state. I mean, Sasol makes a lot of money and all. Dude, Vice did a documentary on Sasol. I didn't even know about it.
Really?
Did a documentary about Sasol here in Lake Charles. I watched it, and it was how Sasol destroyed Mossville, which was historically the first African-American community in southwest Louisiana.
Yeah.
And Sasol pretty much destroyed that. Yeah, and Bobby Jindal was like, I mean, with all respect to Bobby, I met him as a kid, whatever. But
you knew Bobby when he was a kid?
I met him whenever I was a kid.
Gotcha.
All right. He likes to party, though.
Oh, nice.
We know that. There's a video of him getting carried out of a residency here in town somewhere.
No way. Really?
Yeah, there's a video somewhere, and he was gone. He was a gone pacone.
Yeah, in case y'all don't know who Bobby Jindal was, that was our governor
a
few terms ago, who also ran for president, and I don't think broke 2% in an approval rating.
He could have got the votes. I mean, he's a minority, right? Is he?
Yeah.
I mean, he's an immigrant. He was born in America. He's born in Louisiana, but his parents are from India.
Yeah.
Bobby was cool, but it's just, he's a politician.
Yeah, politician.
Yeah, I was a kid and I met Bobby Jindal. That a lot of people don't know that, but I was a little kid and me and my dad went to the LSU and UL game, or USL. Whenever McNeese was really good in football. I don't know. Yeah, we went to the game when I was a kid and we were on Robert Nolan's bus. God bless his soul. He passed away, but Robert Nolan's like, yeah, come back here at 3:00. I want you to meet my friend Bobby Jindal. He's going to be running for governor. And I remember 3:00 we were walking up and there was a limo and there was barricades and state troopers and there was cameras everywhere. And I remember Dad was like, oh, there's Bobby Jindal. Go up to him and say hi. And I went up to him and Bobby Jindal got down on his knee and said, what's your name, young man? I said, my name is Bryce. And he said, Bryce, where are you from? I said, I'm from Lake Charles, Louisiana. I said, where do you go to school? I said, I go to Pre and Lake Elementary. And he said, that's funny. I gave a speech at Pre and Lake Elementary. And he sure did.
Damn.
He wasn't lying. And dude, I remember all I could hear was just cameras clicking. And I've tried to find pictures of Bobby Jindal at UL talking to a kid, and I can't find it. But I know it's out there somewhere.
Yeah, somebody's got a picture of you talking to him.
Yeah. Wow. And then after that, he's like, hey, let's go to a strip club. That's probably told his limo driver. Hey, go to Michael's. We're in Lafayette. Yeah. They got a great ribeye at Michael's, by the way. You ever been to Michael's?
I haven't. I've never been to a strip club before.
What?
Yeah.
Well, you should go.
I don't know.
Michael's was an after party. Oh, they were a sponsor of an MMA show that I did in Lafayette. So as the announcer, I got to represent the brand.
Of course. You got to go.
I'm actually legally, I have to go to the after party because I tell people, catch me at the after party, buy your favorite announcer something to drink. We'll see you at the after party at Michael's Men's Club, whatever. So after the show, we go to Michael's and I'm like, they were like, yeah, they got food there. And I remember the owner was sitting behind me at the MMA show. He was like, yeah, dude, come get a ribeye. We have the best ribeyes in town. He was not lying. And like it's set up pretty good. They have like, it's like a soundproof glass and you can like watch what's going on. You can watch the girls and everything. And then you're like eating a steak and watching sports and
and protected from the splash zone.
Basically.
The glass. Hell,
I mean,
it's
yeah.
like SeaWorld in there,
I guess. If they don't turn the air conditioner on.
I just meant because of the liquids, like that's why you have the...
Do you know what a strip club is?
I don't. I'm just insinuating that the girls are squirting. I don't really know if they're doing that or not.
I mean, if it's the night where they spray water at each other, then maybe.
I guess, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's,
speaking of water.
This podcast is sponsored by water.
Fucking H2O. Only that good shit.
That's right, man.
You understand? I need to take these off. I can't see a goddamn thing, dude.
It's hard, man. It's hard. I did a podcast with it with some sunglasses on, and then I realized that they were reflective, so everyone could just see everything going on in my house. And
that was too loud. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that.
Not as loud as that AC.
No,
I didn't think it was going to be as bad.
I don't think
as
you
it
can
was,
hear it. No, you probably the people at home probably can't even hear it.
Probably not.
No.
Probably not.
Yeah.
So what kind of events you got coming up, man?
Man, this weekend I'm headed to Biloxi, back to Biloxi. I'm going to check into the Harris Casino, but we're not doing the show there. Promoter Ricky Derwin, who's one of my favorite promoters to work for, he's got me pimping up at the Harris. And we got Southern Hand Slugfest at the Biloxi Civic Center, and it's going to be a sold-out crowd. Coastal Combat, they're calling it, and it's 3 weight brackets. Your everyday tough man that wants to box, they throw on a headgear, they put a cup on, they put a mouth guard, boxing gloves, 3 1-minute rounds. Nice. Survival of the fittest. The winner of the tournament gets like $2,000 cash and a belt.
Fuck yeah.
And we start the event at like 7, and it does it until midnight. It's great.
Dude, it's a long-ass event.
Yep, and I'm announcing the whole night. It's great. So it's a fun night. I get to hang out at the Harris. They got like a food court inside of it. They have like a steak and shake, and I think there's like a Joe's Crab Shack or something, and like an Olive Garden. And then they got I remember going to Harris in Biloxi, and they had a vending machine that makes pizza.
Ooh.
You press whatever kind of pizza you want, and it pops out pizza. Fucking cool.
Wild, man.
Yeah.
I've seen cake vending machines, but that's about the...
Dude, I've heard those are like a ripoff. The cake ATM?
So this was in Vegas.
Yes, that's what it is. It's the cake ATM.
It's a Cake Boss, like the Cake Boss. Dude, I'm telling you, man, I had several pieces from the vending machine. They were fire. They're so delicious.
So I was told that it was a scam. Because like you see it and you're like, oh, I got to do it. And that's the whole point. Mm-hmm. But like I was told it was a scam. Like the cake is not actual Cake Boss cake. It's like bullshit Sam's cake.
Oh, damn. I don't know. It was right next to the ATM that I got it from is right next to the actual like bakery that they have for Buddy Velastro. I actually saw him twice in Vegas. I saw him once. We were playing blackjack. And I look over and they have like the high roller section. Yeah. It was right behind where we were. And he was just sitting there. It was the most Italian thing I've seen in real life. That's not on a movie. Because he's just, he's sitting there and he's got his one hand, he's leaning back, one hand's on the table. He's got like the fancy gold pinky ring. And as he's doing it, some lady's just massaging his shoulders. And he's just like,
shut up.
Go ahead and hit me. Yeah.
The Cake Boss. Hey.
I'm the Cake Boss, Buddy Velastro. Hey, we the 10-cent cannolis. That's what my dad did back in the day.
Take the gun, leave the cannoli.
Exactly. Yeah. And then the next morning, I saw him inside of the bakery.
He's doing blow.
He was doing Italian blow. He was drinking an espresso.
There you go. Yeah. Oh, my God.
Yeah, just drink a little espresso. Like, I mean my morning coffee, you know what I'm saying? He had like 3 restaurants there, and they were all so amazing.
He has like a pasta place too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Pasta place. He has a late night pizza place, and then he has the bakery.
Damn.
Yeah. And he's little cake vending machines.
What if he still has his little spot in New Jersey?
I can't imagine that he would get rid of that. That's like his.
That's the museum.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's where they still run the family business out of. It's kind of like Goodfellas. No, not good. It was kind of like Casino. You think it's all being ran in Vegas, but it's ran at a grocery store in Kansas City.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's where they run the business at. Yeah. I don't.
So did you know that actually made me think about something like reality TV shows like Pawn Stars, the Pawn Star place. I found this out the other day. I've never really watched Pawn Stars, but I found out that the actual place that they would record is not the actual Pawn Stars location. Like they made a replica of the place because it was getting so famous. And then they would do like all of the filming for the show in later seasons in the replica, which was like right next door, right down the road.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
That makes so much sense. I mean, because they made a studio.
Exactly, yeah.
And there's no way. I mean, I've seen the videos of what it actually is, and there's a line wrapped around the building to get in there just to look at all this expensive shit that you're not going to fucking buy. Mm-hmm. Who goes to Vegas to buy that? You can buy it online.
Yeah. Get it shipped to you.
It's craziness.
They're probably paying $20, $25 a ticket to get in.
Yeah, they're charging admission.
Yeah. Dude, I went to Ohio for a wedding, and we passed through Canton. And so we stopped in Canton to see the Football Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. And it was like, we only had like an hour to go through it, but it was like $50 per person. Yeah. And we were like, we just went through the gift shop and then we left.
I would still go, and like that $50 if I knew that it helped out a veteran former NFL players. Mm-hmm. I would be cool with that. I love the guy that runs the Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. I forget his name, but he looks like one of the guys that invented football. He's just this big old, like, Pittsburgh type of guy. Mm-hmm. Forget his name, but he's whenever he knocks at the door to inform the former players that they're in the Hall of Fame, mm-hmm. and it's just like, oh God, here we go. And he's like, I want to thank you for what you do for the game. Thank you for what you've done for the game, and I want to let you know that your legacy will live on forever in Canton, Ohio. And I'm like, damn, that's powerful. Then you realize like all this crazy shit that happens in the NFL these days, like none of that means anything. Mm-hmm. NFL is so much bigger than that. Football.
So what are your thoughts then on Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, Dave?
That dude's going to get a song written about him.
He is.
Nobody's talking about that. Everybody's like, oh my God, dude, LOL, it's happening. Dude, she's going to break his heart. You realize she makes more money than he does. Mm-hmm. Like, that's powerful, bro. And it's badass. but she's going to write a song about him whenever they break up. I didn't think Taylor Swift had any need or want to be dating anybody. I figured that you got everything you want.
Well, I mean, yeah, she needs a new album, so.
Boom,
Bitch.
boom.
I always had the thought, like, you know who should get together and date? Taylor Swift and Future.
Oh, I thought you were about to say Taylor, the other Taylor.
Lautner?
Yeah.
They were already dated.
Weren't they?
Yeah, they dated.
I remember that happening. Yeah, the Twilight. Mm-hmm. Whatever happened to Taylor Lautner?
He fell out. He had a bunch of terrible movies that panned really bad at the box office and with critics, and then he just, I don't know what he's doing now.
Remember Shark Boy and Lava Girl?
Oh, yeah. How could I forget?
Love that. What's up?
Mr. Electro.
Oh, dude, he had all those little plugs, and they were all like fucking. That was a great movie.
Fantastic.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl was cool. And wasn't that girl in Spy Kids?
Yes.
Yeah, she was. Pink hair.
Yeah.
Lava Girl.
She's so attractive now.
Yeah.
But yes, so Future and Taylor Swift, and here's why they should get together. You resend the camera.
You should put a timer on your phone.
It's on it. That has like pretty much backing over everything.
It's 2:49 p.m.
Yeah.
So you can do a timestamp.
As far as I know, yeah. We'll probably go like another 15, 20 minutes. So.
Oh, cool.
So Future and Taylor Swift should get together, and here's why. Because Future is one of the most toxic men on the planet.
Okay.
If you ever follow Twitter and Future's on Twitter, every Mother's Day, he does a Mother's Day tweet chain with all of his baby mamas, and there's 9 of them. And he ats all of them and is like, oh, thank you for being the best mom in the world. And like says the same thing about all of them just to start a whole bunch of shit. So Taylor gets pregnant by Future. Future has a new baby mama. Taylor has a terrible ex who's extremely toxic. She's going to get another 2 albums. He's going to make some of the best music of his career. It's a win-win for all of the fans.
It sounds like it. I'll be honest. I don't even know who Future is.
Yeah, you know who Future is.
Dude, I do not.
Okay.
Is he a part of the group out of Atlanta, the Migos?
Nah.
Okay, dude.
You sound like my grandma. Is that the Migos? Is that
Dude,
that?
I'm serious. I am so out of touch whenever it comes to all the modern day rappers. This fucking guy's losing his mind.
So funny. The song "Life Is Good" with Drake.
Never heard of it.
Life is good. You know what I'm saying?
I don't
heard
dude.
of it.
Bro, look at my Spotify. If you look at my Spotify, it's nothing but like 2000s hard rock. I'm a rocker, bro. I don't pay attention to rap. I couldn't tell you the only Drake song that I know is that. Remember that song? I know when that hotline bling.
Yeah.
That song.
Why did you just turn into like a Mexican immigrant there? You're like, I know. I know the hotline. Yes, hotline bling.
Dude, you can even ask like people that are like a lot of my close friends. I'm completely out of touch whenever it comes to that stuff.
Wow.
I really am, and that blows people's minds. I'm really I am a rocker. I'm a hard rocker. I mean, I listen to a lot of heavy metal, and I don't even look like it. I look like the guy that would be like listening to Drake or little Scratch and Sniff or whatever these kids are calling themselves. All these TikTok rappers. And speaking of TikTok, I don't even get on TikTok. Like I post videos of me, but like I don't even really mess with TikTok because I hate shorts. I hate like I'll catch myself. I'm like I can't do this. I can't just keep scrolling and watch these videos. Yeah. But yeah, man, I'm so out of touch whenever it comes to that.
That's crazy, man.
I know.
I was on TikTok for about 3 hours last night before bed, and
his face, bro. He's just like.
This
guy needs a name.
This is Noah. This is my brother Noah.
Okay, there it is. It's like he's just here, bro. Have you wrote like a backstory for him yet? Like you got to write him into the show.
Yeah. So
you on TikTok?
I was on TikTok, man, and I saw this video of these. It was a cringe compilation of all these people from like some Minecraft con or something. And dude, when I tell you, I was just laughing my ass off at how cringy all of these people were. this one girl just like gets on and she has these cards. She's like, I was wondering if you wanted to join my dad's Minecraft server. And they were like, I'm sorry, what? And she was like, it's like 30 seconds long of her trying to just say like my dad's Minecraft server. And she's like 40. And yeah, man, it's so cringy. But I was literally crying with tears at 2 a.m. in the morning last night at this video.
I'll tell you, and this is the problem that I'm having. I go on TikTok, like, let me just be curious. I like to see what my friends are doing on there, like support them. But then every single time, and I'm not the only one, I know I'm not, but it's these girls in the Zulu tribe in Africa, and it's just them dancing topless. And I'm like, I never in my life looked this up. I've never in my life watched anything like this. Why is this popping up? Why is this popping up on TikTok?
I don't know. That's very specific, man.
I can pull up my TikTok right now, and I'm fucking willing to bet.
When's the last time you watched Blood Diamond?
When was Blood Diamond?
Oh man, it's a movie set in Africa with Leonardo DiCaprio. You know who that is?
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm a big film guy.
Okay.
I'm sure you know that.
Yeah.
Huge film guy.
2006, Leonardo DiCaprio. It's called Blood Diamond.
Okay.
It's set in Africa when they have like all the the conflicts over like diamonds and stuff. That's like a big thing over there, and they're called blood diamonds because there's like child slaves and everything.
Oh yeah,
them get it.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it's extremely.
And they're ran by all the Koreans, right?
That I don't know.
A lot of Koreans run those mines. So did you watched Uncut Gems?
Yes, Uncut Gems.
Bruh. So yeah, in the beginning of it, that's what it kind of talks about, how like these miners are mining and the one guy dies and they're carrying his body to these Koreans. They're like, look what you did. Mm-hmm. They're saying it in African, the dialect. I don't know what there was, Ethiopian maybe. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Dude, last night, me and Michael Boyer, shout out Michael Boyer. He's the owner of Lake City Limousine, and I run Lake City Limousine along with him. We went to Houston to pick up a bus I was telling you about earlier. Mm-hmm. Well, so we bought the bus, drove it like 2 blocks, which took fucking 2 hours. And I mean, it was like we drove clear across town actually, but it took almost 2 hours, bumper to bumper traffic on a highway. And then we pull up at this place to get the upholstery done to it because we were going to rip out the seats and put new upholstery. Next door was an Ethiopian grocery store. And it was just all these guys from Ethiopia just outside on their phones. I swear to God, bro, I cannot make this up. I don't know what the hell happened, but they're all on their phones. And there was a tow truck that passed by. And they all were like, they looked at each other and looked at the tow truck. And they were like, and they started yelling at the tow truck. And I was like, what is going on here, man? Where am I? I'm on Bel Air Avenue in Houston, Texas, where you can get anything at any time, including Ethiopian grocery and upholstery done at the same place. And I was blown away. But yeah, topless African girls always on my TikTok. I mean, it's cool. I like seeing them.
Yeah.
But I never searched that.
Right. You know, you can click not interested on videos, right? You know how to do that?
No.
You just hold down on the video, a little box will pop up.
Okay.
And you can click not interested, or you can click save video, whichever you prefer to do at the moment.
I'm sure if I really wanted to watch them and I really wanted to go out of my way, I can just look them up. Mm-hmm. But I'm not going out of my way to do that. They just pop up.
Yeah.
That's why I don't even mess with TikTok. And then I go on Facebook, and then the shorts that pop up on Facebook that I never even asked for. It's always people filming people work. Like, what's that guy doing that's filming? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're like always working, and like the video sped up. So like they're like, and like they're doing shit fast. And then like the guy's filming him. You're like, what's this guy doing? He's like, yeah, just work, and I'm going to film you working. And now it's becoming these videos of Indian people in the Middle East cooking. Mm-hmm. And they're like aggressively cooking, and they just yell out the seasoning. And they're like, chicken, bah, 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 bah. Mercury, Pringles. And they just dump Pringles on everything, and they just start like chawing down on the chicken.
Whatever it takes to get your attention, man.
Yeah, man, absolutely. I don't know how much time we have, but I feel like I need to say, can I tell a quick story?
Tell a quick story, and then we'll wrap up.
Can I tell you about the weirdest event that I ever announced?
Would love to hear it.
All right. real quick, I'd say one of the weirdest events was a monster truck wrestling show in Maryville, Louisiana. And I was booked on the Flim. We were coming back from a wrestling show in College Station. I was headed to DeQuincy with the guy that trained me, Rod Sterling. Shout out to Rod. He's the announcer that trained me. But we were coming back. We were talking to a buddy on the phone, and he's like, yeah, I'm going to referee a monster truck wrestling show. And I'm like, oh, dude, I want to be a part of that. So I'll call the promoter, and I'm like, can I come announce? And he's like, yeah, absolutely. So I drove up to Maryville, and sure enough, it was a wrestling ring in the middle of a rodeo arena, and it was freezing cold. And it was monster trucks, and then this hobo was like, we're going to put over to the wrestlers over here. There's a guy's dressed in a suit, and I'm not. And I just come out, and we did wrestling, and it was fun. But I will say something worse than that. This is where it gets even badder. I did a show in Houston, Texas that I was booked on, and I was trying to get myself a name. I was trying to I'm going to get booked every weekend. And I was just hitting up promoters. I'm like, let me come announce your show. Let me come announce your show. So I was trying to get my name out. And I had to eat a lot of shit and learn to love the taste. And so I pull up at this American Legion in the middle of nowhere, somewhere north of Texas, north of Houston, actually. Middle of nowhere. American Legion. The ring is in the gravel. The ring is not even level. It's got water hoses as ropes. And I pull up, and I'm in a suit. And I had a hotel room and everything that I've got because I don't sleep in my car. And all these people are looking at me like, look at this guy. And I'm like walking around, and I remember we started the show, and right before we start the show, like we're in the back locker room, and all these wrestlers are walking around, and I'm like, we don't even have a card. Like, we don't even know what matches are going to happen. I don't even know who I'm announcing. And then 30 minutes before the show started, they had a card, and I'm like getting all the wrestlers' names, and I'm writing them all down. And then as I'm about to walk out, the promoter comes up and he says, hey, whenever you get in the ring, be sure you say that we're going to light you on fire, and then I'm going to start fireworks. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, we're going to launch fireworks whenever you come out. Oh, God. So I come out to like an AC/DC song, and I get in the ring, and there's like 10 people there. And I'm like, all right, whatever county I'm in, I'm like, we're going to light you on fire. And then I wait for 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden, pew, boom, 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 fireworks. Yeah, and that was it, dude.
That's so fucking strange, man.
And then I remember the promoter, the guy that told me that was actually the owner of the promotion. He owned a bunch of fireworks stands. So he had a bunch of free fireworks that he was popping out of the season. And so he was getting really drunk, and he left this guy that he took advantage of in charge of the show. So this guy was like filming the show, ringing the bell, and acting like the general manager, the guy making the matches at the same time. And I'm like, this dude's making you do too much work. There was a juggalo that wanted to fight me there for some weird reason. And then the owner of the promotion's like, yeah, man, that dude's a idiot. He's pointing to the guy that he's taking advantage of. He's like, he just fucks everything up, and I'm here trying to fix it. And he's like, hey, man, if you want something to drink, just put it on my tab. And I'm like, yeah, I will, you asshole. Yeah. So I went and I built up like $100-something tab. I'm like, shots on everybody, shots for the bar, on the promoter. And I bought shots for everybody. And there's a couple people that were there that I remember, and they would remember that story. But yeah, I was buying shots on the promoter's tab, and I was like, fuck that dude. Then I started thinking, I was like, man, he's going to find out, and he's going to want to kick my ass. And then they were like, no, he's an idiot. You keep buying shots on his tab. So I did.
What a fucking story, man.
Yeah, man. But we're killing it. I just got off of a beginning of September. I had a good little weekend tour. I did New Orleans at the Pontchartrain Center Professional Boxing. Christy Martin was there. She has a Netflix documentary. She was a professional boxer, and her husband tried to kill her. She has a Netflix documentary. It is insane. And I didn't even know who she was whenever I met her. She was like the Mike Tyson of female boxers.
Wow.
Legit. One of the pioneers. She was on the cover of Sports Illustrated and everything. I don't even know who she was. She's like, I'm Christy Martin. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Why are you in the ring? And she's like, oh, I'm an old boxer. And then I found out the story that her husband shot her and stabbed her. And you can look. Yeah, she has a Netflix documentary. It is unbelievable. Unbelievable. But now she's one of the best boxing promoters in the country. A lot of her fighters, Vic Hernandez, comes out here and boxes. And then I went to Biloxi, and I announced more MMA, and that's all I've been doing, bro. Just been hustling, dog. Making a little change in my pocket. Buying suits. Mm-hmm. Just having fun, bro. And this weekend I go to Biloxi and go do it all again and just keep on doing it. I think at the beginning of October, I don't even know what I have going on. Mm-hmm. I'm booked somewhere. I can read my schedule. I don't know when this is going to come out.
Give us a little shot. We're probably, I don't know, probably within the next day or so.
Damn, son.
Huh? Yeah. Yeah, full thing. And then we'll get clips and stuff too. So the clips will take a little longer, but.
Yeah, well, I've got a whole kinds of stuff going on. I've got a battle of the badges in November that I'm doing. Mm-hmm. Police officers versus firefighters in New Orleans at the Ponce Train Center.
Nice.
Yeah.
Perfect time to start an arson. Because they'll all be busy. All right.
Play the fire sound.
Do we have a fire sound? Nope.
That's.
I don't know.
Put out that fire. Shit, yeah. Let's go.
Boogie bomb.
Hey.
That sounds like what you listen to.
Hey.
Not that. All right. The more you know.
What was the best movie of 2023 that you saw this year?
That's a good question. I don't know. I haven't seen many movies. I've been watching a lot of comedy specials.
Tell you what, really?
Yeah. Shane Gillis's Beautiful Dogs.
It's good.
Fantastic.
He's a Notre Dame guy.
So funny. Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Did you hear all this shit's going on with Lou Holtz? Mm-mm. How he's relevant again?
Who is Lou Holtz?
He's an old son of a bitch.
Oh, shit.
He's 89.
Does he owe you money, too?
He might as well. Lou Holtz said some crazy stuff on Pat McAfee's show the other day. You know, Ohio State played Notre Dame Saturday night, and Ohio State won at the very end of the game. But Lou Holtz is an old Notre Dame coach. He coached all over, but he just has a hard dick about Notre Dame. I guess once you get that Notre Dame taste in your mouth, you never want to taste anything else, except for Brian Kelly. He's smarter than all those people. He got the hell out of South Bend, Indiana, wherever the hell Notre Dame is. And Lou Holtz is like, I can't really do a Lou Holtz, but he's on Pat McAfee show, and he's like, Ryan Day is the worst college football coach in the country because he doesn't understand what Notre Dame's all about. He talks a little bit more spit.
He sounds like Doofy from Scary Movie.
He does kind of. Ryan Tate team, it doesn't have good defense. They don't have a good offense. But let me tell you, Marcus Freeman's got a good Notre Dame team. Ryan Day, Ohio State, they're weak. They're overrated. They outplayed. We're going to outplay them tonight. And Marcus Freeman's a good Notre Dame head coach. And we're going to win. And I'm telling you right now, Notre Dame's going to win the national title this year, and they're going to win it next year. And Marcus Freeman's the guy. I've talked to him. I've wrote him letters, unlike Brian Kelly, that son of a bitch. He didn't say any of that, but apparently Lou Holtz hates Brian Kelly. Brian Kelly coached at Notre Dame.
Right.
And apparently Lou Holtz wrote Brian Kelly like 9 letters, and Brian Kelly didn't respond to one fucking letter.
Damn.
Yeah, because Brian Kelly's like, I don't have time to talk to Lou Holtz. Mm-hmm. Nobody does. But Lou Holtz is he's a cartoon character. Well, after he talked all that shit about Ryan Day, and then after the game, the first thing Ryan Day says after he beats, and I don't even like Ryan Day until now, he's like, I want to know where Lou Holtz is right now. He's like, how could you say something so disrespectful about me and my team? That's really a shame. A head coach would say that about another head coach. But yeah, I don't know. It's crazy shit.
Crazy indeed, man. Well, look, Bryce, I appreciate you coming on the podcast, man. This is a fun episode.
We need to do this again.
I agree.
I think we need to do like a regular thing. Mm-hmm. We need to get something going. Maybe like a side project off of Sawyer's Saloon. Mm-hmm. Like. I don't know. Couple chickens.
Yeah, we could call it BJ's.
Oh,
with Bryce and Jacob. All right,
a couple chickens drinking water. I didn't even crack that bottle right there. This cup, by the way, has been with me all over the world.
Really,
I've been having this cup since like 2014, and I've snuck it on airplanes. It's a pressurized can. You can't have this on an airplane. I have. Brought it to Vegas, brought it to Atlanta. I brought it to Pittsburgh or Pennsylvania, whatever the hell this is, Philadelphia. Mm-hmm. I brought it everywhere with me, and nobody has told me nothing. I brought it to the border in Laredo whenever I announced down there. I know I always drink water out of it. Nothing else.
It's a good cup, man.
It's a damn good cup, and it's always worked. You can see how old it is. It's got a bunch of wear down here. I've dropped it a couple times, got a little dent. I keep it clean. It's a good, clean cup. Sadly, the calcium in this area, the lid,
Patrick.
the lid. It gets a little calcium on the lid, but because that's just where you live. You live in Lake Charles. We've got to deal with it. I've been noticing a lot of chlorine in our water recently.
Really?
Our water's starting to smell like chlorine.
Our drinking water?
I'm getting a little scared.
That's not good.
I think Biolab's leaking chlorine into our water supply, and I'm not thrilled about it.
Yikes.
Yeah, chlorine's a hell of a thing, dude. That shit will burn your arm off.
Yeah, that's just nasty.
God damn it.
I feel gross just getting out of a pool.
But, like, it's weird whenever you swim, you get hungry. Right? You ever notice that? Like,
Yeah,
you get out
you're
of the-
using so much energy, using every part of your body.
I want to get something to eat right fucking
Oh,
now.
yeah. Dude, I remember getting out the pool, getting a little PB&J with some nacho cheese Doritos.
Oh,
Oh, man.
that's like elementary school meal.
You're damn right. Now, I will eat that meal till the day I die.
There you
That's
go.
a good-ass meal right there. A nice PB&J, a little Uncrustable maybe.
I like
Feeling
just
frisky?
I like mixing just peanut butter and jelly together.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it. That's a good way to do
Just eating it with a spoon. But like I don't,
it. Ooh, okay.
you know what I mean? But like some people, when they make PB&J, they put like one slice of bread, grape jelly or the jelly, and then the other one is peanut butter, and they put them together.
Yeah.
Nah, cuz I put jelly and peanut butter in a bowl and I mix it together to where the consistency is like a purple.
Yeah, I got you.
You know,
I
it's
got it.
mixed, like whipped.
Yeah.
Dude, you're over there having some visions.
He's bricked up right now.
Dude,
You're
this
talking
is-
about mixing PB&J together, man. He loves that
You
shit.
feed this guy edibles? He's like Lee. He's like Lee on Joey Diaz's podcast. Like, Lee, get your shit together.
It's just fucking peanut butter and jelly, man.
Bro, you remember Ruby Tuesdays in Lake Charles?
I don't know that I ever went, but I do remember it. Yeah.
Bro, today I was just thinking about all these old restaurants in town. I was talking to my buddy Jack on the phone, Jack Wyrick, Juice, and he's in Austin. We were like talking about fucking all these old restaurants in Lake Charles. Like, dude, Ruby Tuesdays, Wagon Wheel, Peppers. Remember the Wagon Wheel? The first barbecue I ever had in my life was at the Wagon Wheel.
Dude, the wagon wheel was fantastic. It was
Do you
right
remember
down
that?
the road from my house. I'd get it like once a week. It was delicious.
They moved it. See, it was originally on Preen Lake Road where like Petco is, and then they moved it to Ryan Street, and then I think they closed it after that.
Yeah,
I
they
think
closed it.
It's Dairy Barn bought it out.
It's some
Now it's Wasabi.
yeah, okay, yeah. It is what's
Yeah,
happening.
but Peppers, the Tex-Mex restaurant that was on Preen Lake Road next to Wagon Wheel, go there a lot. Ruby Tuesdays, we go there a lot.
Well, dude, now it's like a lot of these places that have shut down, they've all become Mexican places now. Like Ryan's is now that. The old Buffalo Wild Wings, another
No gal.
No gal.
That
Is how you
place
pronounce it?
is the shit.
Really?
Fucking awesome. I go there. I try to go there once every couple weeks. It's awesome. I sit at the bar, nobody bothering me. Every time I go there, somebody recognizes me, and it's getting a little crazy. I mean, I'm cool with it, but every time somebody's like, "Hey, bro, aren't you that announcer dude?" And I'm like, "Yeah,
That's me.
that's me, bro. Let's get a beer." But yeah, bro, they have like these chicken enchiladas. They put like this habanero cream sauce on top of it.
Oh, man.
Bro, it's great. And like the guy that owns it, he's like, "Yeah, man, this is just an idea that I had." I'm like, dude, this is way better than Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can kick a bag of rocks straight to hell and back. You understand? But yeah, that's becoming the thing. There was a whole deal. What was the place downtown? The gay bar downtown?
The Crystals.
Crystals. Yes. So Crystals, apparently that building was bought by the El Paso group, El Paso Mexican restaurant.
Really?
Yeah, they were planning on building a Mexican restaurant there where Crystals is. Never happened.
Damn. They're doing some stuff with it right now. Like something's happening. They've got like all kind of construction and stuff going on there, or at least I know they're like gutting out the building and taking care of the insides.
We need to do something with downtown.
Something needs to happen because half of it is just vacant.
Whenever I was in high school, downtown was the shit. Friday nights, you go to Luna Live or whatever, and bro, there would just be like 1,000 people smoking cigarettes downtown.
Oh, yeah.
And now they want to tell you, no, it's fun. Downtown is cool. We have Chuck Fest.
That happens once a year on one day.
Bro,
It
and-
is fun, but there's what else is going on 364 days out of the year?
We have Smoke and Barrel. Now we're started on another topic.
Yeah.
Chuck Fest turned into shit. I'm sorry.
You think so?
I think it did. Now it will turn into absolute pure fucking diarrhea whenever they start charging people to come in. I'm going to speak my mind on this.
How are you going to charge people to come into something that's just on the street?
Did it Contraband days. Contraband days used to be free. Then they're like, put a barricade and start charging admission. Yeah. No, Chuck Fest used to be cool. Like, you have all this money. They're bragging about, we got all these big corporate sponsors, $10,000 check. Okay, why don't you book somebody that people know?
Yeah.
Like, I think it's cool you're giving all these, like, a spotlight to these local acts. Bro, there's all these people from the 1990s that have like one-hit wonders you can book for super cheap, and they would come in.
Yeah, something new and refreshing as opposed to just getting the
Yeah.
same 5 or 6 people every time, which is what most festivals around here do.
I think Scott Stapp charges like $25,000.
Who is that?
Lead singer of Creed.
Oh, no way.
Can you take me higher? Let's go there.
Oh.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I don't want to. He probably charges way more than that, but I think he doesn't charge a whole hell of a lot. He's been doing a lot of those like city festivals. Like he did the New Hampshire Oyster Fest a couple years ago, or like a week ago, or so. I don't know. But
Dude, that would be so much fun.
imagine Scott Stapp playing on Broad Street. No, instead they're gonna have some group from Lafayette, some bunch of hipsters. Like, yeah, we're like acoustic dubstep. Fuck, what?
It's tough out here, man. Tough out here. All right, brother. We got to wrap this up.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate you coming out, man, and I look forward to having you on here again.
Let's do it, man. We need to get something going, like a regular deal.
Absolutely. I agree,
Absolutely.
man. I agree. All right. Sawyer Saloon out.